It was another one in here. I think it was. Oh dang! I flipped right to the page for real. This one right here, surrender.
Okay.
And I want to read this one.
Okay.
Surrender. I falsely claimed control when it was merely fear. I give up, but not in the way that you would think. I give up trying to fill spaces and trade places with discontentment. What was that about? What you wrote? What made you realize like I'm faking it?
I feel like I was trying to do life by myself, and like I feel like we're not meant to do life by ourselves. Like we need people, we need God. Like I reference God a lot because that's why I'm here. But I feel like I was trying to do life by myself. I felt like I had the keys to what I need to do to be successful, and when I would come across those failures, it would show me like, hey, you don't have control like you think. You know, or when I thought I was doing something right, when I was really doing something wrong, like I'm like, oh, okay, I don't have control. So let me give this control to God, since I know that He knows like the beginning and end. Let me just push back and stop doing what I think is right and do what He wants me to do.
That's fire. Boom! I tell everybody I get excited when we hit the press play button. I couldn't even have to guess. Whatever. Well, welcome to another episode of About to Blow Up Podcast. Got Trey back in here.
Yeah, I'm back, man.
Yeah. Been a minute. And we have a guest with many hats. She wear many hats. All right, I don't know what to call her, a teacher. I don't know if I want to call her an author or a straight up poet. This just somebody that's out here doing what they love doing and ain't got no complaints about it. Phone, my bad. But yeah, ain't got no complaints about it. She out here right here with this is one of her books right here. A collection of waves. And you got another one out too, right? Shedding. Come on to the mic now. Gotta let the people hear you. Shedding.
Both are poetry collections. But I'm trying to venture out.
Word.
Write more like
write some novels.
Prose and stuff like that. So
you into novels? Okay.
Some in the works.
Word. Okay. We're gonna get into that. I got a lot of questions to dig into. I hope it make her nervous. We got the homie Alyah Abrams on here.
Alyah Abrams.
Cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Alyah. All right, first thing is Teacher Appreciation Week just passed, but I'm still going to show you love anyway. I keep forgetting all the gifts that I be getting, and people going to think I won't be doing them, but I really do got something for you.
Okay.
You know, I'm going to get it to you, make sure it gets to you, for sure. Because teachers deserve the love. You know, y'all be with folks' kids more than they be with them. Some people don't understand that the kids really do be trouble.
They do. I feel like I tell them, I'm like, I ain't got no kids, but y'all my kids. Like, it's like I'm teaching them stuff, like education-wise, but also I'm teaching them life lessons. Like, hey, why did you just, like, run down the hallway? Full speed, you hit me on your way to the classroom. Like, that is not okay, kids. Like, we need to get that together. So I feel like teachers, we teach them more than just, like, school stuff. We teach them how to be normal humans in society. So,
Who was your teacher like that taught you more than just what the book said? Who was that for you?
I would have to say my first grade teacher.
Hey, did you keep in touch with him?
I still keep in touch.
What's her name?
Miss Smith.
Word. What that
Miss
was a
Smith.
Pleasant Grove?
St. Mary's.
St. Mary's. Oh, okay. That's a Catholic school? Word. Was that weird?
It was a little bit.
Was y'all praying every day, like for 30 minutes?
No, I don't remember. It was like first. That's the only.
Oh, okay. Why was she so important?
So
come a little bit closer on. You know what I'm saying? I can't hear you.
So I took her for first grade, and we did like a little period where we wrote. And so I remember writing like a paragraph, and she read my paragraph aloud to the class.
Was it like creative writing class?
It was
just like a moment, creative writing. Okay.
And so she read it in front of the class. She was like, Alyah wrote this. This is a really good paragraph. Like, she included her little details and stuff like that. And that really, like, sparked something in me. Like, she really made me excited. I'm like...
Oh, so you noticed my work.
Yeah, like, she noticed that I put a little effort in that little paragraph. Like,
do you remember what the paragraph was?
Nah, I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
My memory not good.
I was going to ask you to recite it.
No. But she was like, this is really good. And so ever since then, I kind of paid more attention to my writing. So, yeah, Miss Smith.
Does she know you're a teacher?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Word.
Yeah.
Man, that'll probably make her heart smile. I was talking to Miss Harris yesterday.
Okay.
Miss Harris was my teacher for me when I got to public school. She was my teacher that got me in line and got me in check. Because I used to tell her all the times, be like, when she would give us the books to read in class, I always felt like it was just me and her, the only two reading in class. I was like, ain't nobody else paying attention. It was just me and Miss Harris. Them books was good, bro. For real.
I love Miss Harris.
What grade this was for you?
Seventh grade.
I'm already knowing.
Yeah. Seventh grade, then she was there, 8th grade, and you know whatever happened. Yeah, so shout out to Miss Harris. She know I keep saying her name, folks. She know exactly why. So when she see this,
She gonna, oh.
yeah, but
Next time I see you.
for sure, and she gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. Every time I say her name, she know exactly what I mean.
Most definitely.
So what drove you to want to be a teacher? I know it couldn't just been that one paragraph that made you be like, this is cool. Like, what was it?
So people ask me this all the time, and I feel like it's a lot of different like stages in life that kind of lined up to me being a teacher. So number one, my mom was a teacher.
Word, sure was.
She just
was
retired.
at minor.
She was at minor. She's been at John Carroll, just different schools. But that was number one. So I remember her teaching, being in her classroom, like some of her students being allowed to come get me from school and take me to her school wherever she was, and just seeing her interact with the kids really impacted me. But also, I used to be like the little teacher's aide. So my first time I did that, I was in 3rd grade. So I got to read to kindergarten. So that was a fun experience. I remember 6th grade, I got to be the teacher's aide for a kindergarten class again. And so ever since then, like, I just really knew that I had a passion for like kids, but I didn't really know what, like, dealing with kids. Like, what was I supposed to do? Am I supposed to teach elementary, middle, high? Like, I was very confused.
How you figured it out? Because I guess with teaching, it's not something you can really just one of them things try and find out instantly. So how'd you find out that
I got a job as a daycare worker. So that eliminated elementary for me right then. I'm like, they younger than the elementary kids, but I just know I can't handle all that crying and stuff like that.
Do you like kids?
Yeah, I love kids.
So you like babysitting?
Mm-hmm.
Word.
Yeah.
Keep that noted for me by when I'm 12, 14 years, 17, 20 years down the road for me.
But yeah, I do like kids. And then I think what decided like the middle high school is just this year being in it. Like being in the classroom with the kids. I really like both of them. I haven't really decided which one.
It really shocked me for real that you became a teacher, because you was just so this was your box, and you was just always in your box in high school. So like, what made you just like step out and like get into that?
I feel like fear really had me a little bit.
I noticed that. I noticed that from this.
Fear had me. And I was a kid. I loved doing everything, not just like English. I love math. I love science. Not social studies. I don't know about all that, but I love different things. Like I loved like engineering. I love just everything. So I feel like when it came to doing what I wanted to do, I felt like embarrassment got in the way. Like, ooh, I gotta public speak. Ooh, I gotta be in front of these kids. Ooh, I gotta do these things that I don't like to do. But in order to get what I want, I have to do the things that make me uncomfortable. So yeah, that's really
for sure. One of my favorite courses is I can't remember who said it. It was like, everything you want is right outside your comfort zone.
My favorite is a comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there.
Yeah,
that right there, that's my guy.
That one tough right there.
I wish we had buttons we can do.
Yeah, we need everybody. They know how to cue them in when they hear. When y'all hear something, y'all like hit the button.
Hit that button.
For sure. So, was that moment that you kind of got out of that comfort zone? Was that in college or?
I would say that's more recent.
Word.
It's more recent.
So it's like when you finally got into teaching.
When I finally got into teaching, it's really when I pushed myself, because I was like, I've been taking these courses. I graduated with my degree. Your next step is being in the classroom.
So you,
like,
yeah,
you
that's
gotta
right.
do what you gotta do.
Yeah, you just be sitting there with the piece of paper.
Yeah.
So, was it like, okay, so you got into daycare first. So that was just something that you.
I was just working.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, was that like some sort of like mentorship? Like, do teachers have like a mentorship thing that they go through?
You can do that, like student teaching, like your last semester. But for me, mine was different because I was a English major, so I didn't have to do the internship.
Was it that you didn't have to do, or it wasn't like something you wanted to do too at the same time?
A little bit of both. I feel like it's a little bit of both because my major, it didn't require it, but I kind of was like prolonging the education part for a long time.
Yeah.
So I had to do that little extra to become a teacher. So yeah.
What's the most fun part about it?
The kid, they're funny.
Word.
The kids funny. I have to be like serious sometimes, but other times I'm just laughing with them, joking with them.
Do you see the difference? Because I mean, it's, to me, I look at it and I see like it feels like such a big gap, but it's really like a 6-year difference from when you know we graduated to the kids now.
It's a big difference, especially being at a school that I went to. Like, it's them kids. Like I feel like social media really changed a lot for kids. Like they gotta be seen. They gotta be seen. They grow up faster. They feel like they're grown, you know, because social media is telling them that they can do all these things. They don't have to go to school. They don't have to do these things. They also come from a lot of backgrounds that aren't the best. So they don't have the same family like that we grew up having, you know. They don't have that. So they come into the classroom with all these problems. And
how you get little Trey to sit down when you know it's a different background? They call me the mama. They call me the mama because I feel like I'm very nurturing. I don't scream. That's one thing I don't do. Yeah, I don't scream at kids. I'm like, hey, look, I know you don't want to be here right now. I know you don't want to do this work right now, but I'm gonna need you to sit down. Let them blue forms talk.
But even then though, back then when teachers screamed at us, we used to be like, man, we don't.
Screaming does not work. That does not work.
I
they
agree.
do not respond.
Some kids even get upset. You know, like who you talking to? You know what I'm saying? Nobody get on them anyway.
I agree.
Yeah, I done seen a lot in the classroom, getting cursed out, all different things.
You got cursed out? Who cursed you out?
We ain't gonna go there.
Say his name. Say his name. I know it was a dude. It was a dude. I know it was, bro. I ain't even got to think of guessing nothing like that. Or so why you keep going back? Like what make you just be like, I still gotta stay?
Teaching is my calling. It's like, you know how you go to a job. You know you ain't gotta go to their job. Right. So you'll be late if you want to. You do a half job, but when it's your calling, you know you're supposed to be there. Yeah. So that's why I pretty much keep going back.
What about like, do you feel as if you can't reach that student? Is there a moment where you feel like you fail?
At times I've had situations like that, and I went and talked to my mom about it, and she was like, "You're not gonna be able to reach everybody. You can only do what you can do. You know, you don't have to extend yourself so much to where you keep trying and trying. That's just like with friendships. Yeah, she helped me out a lot, but it's just like with friendships. You keep telling that friend, "Hey, you don't need to be doing that stuff that you're doing," and they still go do it. You just gotta clean your hands with it. You did your part, so. I just leave it alone.
So you kind of had the cheat code with your mom for real. Was she? You said she just retired.
Last year.
Okay. So yeah, you really had all this. How long was she teaching?
I want to say 30 years. Yeah.
Ooh, shout out Miss Battle.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's something you know you got a passion. Can you see yourself doing it for 30 years?
That I don't know. Because I feel like I have a lot that I want to do.
You got a lot. Yeah, you got all these different hats on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I understand. I understand too. Like, you real passionate about poetry. How when did that come about? I know you said the paragraph, but like, when did you know poetry was the thing for you that you wanted to get into?
I want to say 3rd grade. So I used to write poems. Y'all gonna laugh at me. I used to write poems for my friends and make like little booklets and sell it to them for like 50 cents. 20 cents.
With some peppermints?
A little hustler.
With the peppermints?
No, just the little booklet. And then I would come home with change and I'm gonna be like, where you get that from? And I'd be like, I was selling my poetry out here and she couldn't do nothing but
Were you writing different poems for different people? Oh, okay.
Like they would tell me what they wanted for like their little girlfriend,
that's what I was gonna ask
too. Their mama or whatever. And I would like write some based on what they told me.
That was me. I used to give girls poetry. Like I used to be nervous. I used to write my little.
He would have been one of your customers.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. We probably would have collabed on one. I think I just say she'd be like, nah, tell her eyes blue or something. I don't know, you know. And I would type do it. I throw it on their desk. Act like I don't know it, you know. Yeah, I know it's one girl for sure. She told me she still got one of them poems, and I really want her to burn that mug up. I want her to burn it.
She ain't gonna burn it.
I was 5, 3rd grade, you know, with the poetry.
See, I couldn't never. Poetry was never my thing. I could never do poetry. I can write a story like easy, like easy. I'm good at that. But like poetry, because for one, you always thinking of like me with poetry. I know you got to think of sequence, all that.
Now,
Tough.
there are different levels of poetry.
I was just
So,
gonna say, like,
I
you
do-
really gotta dive into that though, cause
I do a lot of free write stuff. Initially, I was doing like rhyme, and I felt like sometimes I couldn't get out what I wanted to get out, so I kind of ventured more towards free write. And so with free write, you just write whatever come to you.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I got into spoken word, because spoken word is free write to me.
Word. Who you looking at in spoken word?
Raina Biddy.
Uh-huh.
What is his name?
You ever watch Deaf Poetry Jam?
That's-
The old, I
yes.
love all the
what
old
is
videos.
called?
Deaf Poetry
Yes.
Jam, DEF Poetry Jam, like Def Jam Records. That's what
I
they
got
used to do
you.
back in the
They
day.
used to have artists come on, like Kanye was on there.
Kanye was, I mean, I know the songs now, but they was like hard, like when they was poems. Yeah, like
I'll take it
my,
out.
and then one of my favorite ones on there was I think his name was Cheyenne.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this type of love, that one was fire.
Yeah,
That's one
I
of
like
them.
that
That's one of them love letters I used to write back in the day, right there.
That
Shit.
was
It wasn't that good, but it was fire.
Yeah.
I got you.
I used to watch them like late at night, just be watching them, and getting like inspiration and stuff like that from them.
Do you know Rudy Francisco?
Mhm.
Yeah, I like
I
him
like
too.
him too.
I like him. He got one called, I think it's called the Girl at Starbucks or something like that. You seen that one? That one's tough too.
Yeah, he posts a lot of on social media too.
Words. I don't think I follow him on social media. I be looking because I follow Right About Now, the YouTube page. You know about that? Yeah, I follow them, and whenever they post, I just go watch them videos. Word. So who is your favorite poet?
That's hard.
Give me a Mount Rushmore.
Top five. What is it? Top four? Top five?
Four.
Top four?
Man, you just graduated, man. You supposed
Come
to
on,
know this
man.
four.
Come on, man.
Maya Angelou, of course.
Oh, for
The
sure.
queen. Toni Morrison, but people know her for like prose.
Book. I know her for books.
Okay, yeah, they know her for prose. So I'm gonna say her for poetry. Audre Lorde. A lot of people don't know about her.
Nope.
One more.
Put Raina
One more.
in there. Raina Biddy.
That's four now.
Okay, well I'm done then.
Oh, okay
I'm
then.
good.
Okay, so you can listen to them all day, read them all day. Give me your favorite by each.
Oh, that's hard.
So what? Maya was first.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me Maya first. I know why the cage birds sing. Okay.
I was trying not to be like cliche, but
Okay.
that's it.
That mean that one was tough though. Like that's one of the ones you just got to say that's it.
Audrey. I can't think enough of Audrey right now. Raina, she had like a audio for a portrait. I cannot think. I'm not good with names.
You like Nikki Giovanni?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love Nikki Giovanni.
I like her too.
He sound like he supposed to make clothes.
That's a
It's a
lady.
lady.
See, I don't know nothing about it.
She's a teacher. Well, she was
That
a
do
teacher.
sound hard.
I
Though.
do.
She was a teacher at one point. Her and,
Word. I can
Tony.
really see it too. I can see it. I can see it in Maya Angelou.
And Maya was too.
Word. Okay. So. Oh. Okay. So I see a pattern now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know? Right. Do you notice that did they teach? They all talk English?
I think so.
Word.
Some of them at like the college level too.
Word. Yeah, I think I knew that about Tony. I think I knew that about Tony. I don't know. But yeah, that's what's up. Okay, so.
Ding.
I can't think of no titles. I'm
Okay.
not good with titles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's how y'all about this. I am about that too. I'm like that too. Like if I listen to an album or anything, or if I'm reading a book, I don't remember the chapters.
Yeah.
And I don't remember like the songs that I listen to. I just go through them.
And then, but if you listen to it again, you still
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I'm like that.
Yeah. I'm not good with that.
Well,
Even when I was reading this, I was not. I'm looking at the titles, but I'm reading and I'm just like, ah. But I do got some that I like. I can remember the titles that stuck with me because, like I told you, some of these pages in this book, I felt like you was talking to me. I felt like you was just like, I ain't gonna say it right now, but I felt like you was talking to me, for real.
I feel like with just any kind of
Art.
work, you don't have to put titles. I mean,
Yeah.
titles are just for the people.
Mm-hmm.
It's for like mainstream people. But
Yeah.
when it comes to works, like it tells a story. Like art, if you look at a picture, it's telling a story. If you listen to a song, it's telling a story. So titles really don't matter to me. It's the message.
Yeah.
Yeah, more different.
Do you face criticism with your work?
Yeah, a lot of people like, why you writing poetry? Like, why you ain't wrote no other stuff? I mean, poetry is like real close to my heart because I feel like I start writing from a place of like grieving. I started writing really when my dad passed.
Word.
And so I couldn't voice that to like, mama, I'm sad. Or like,
You couldn't or you didn't know how to?
I didn't know how to.
Right.
I didn't know how to. So I just used to write all the time. So yeah, I feel like I do face a little criticism with people asking me why am I limiting myself to poetry.
Did you feel pressure to get outside of that?
Kinda. I took a short story class and I was required to write a short story. And that was like really hard for me because I'm used to writing poetry and I had to really dig deep and start writing. But once I did it, I realized it's something I like to do. So yeah.
Do you go to spoken word events?
I only been to like one.
Do you get on stage and?
I did one.
What?
For an event. It was really, really intimate event. I only did one. So.
You scared?
That's dope,
A
though.
little bit. I'm like I said, I'm getting out my comfort zone. I'm doing stuff that scare me.
That's dope, bro.
It is.
You gotta get out there.
I noticed with you, Leah, like you never been. You kind of was in your shell. I said that already, but you never really had like the big ego problem. I know. For me, I had that ego problem, but I still kind of like lean on my ego in moments where I know I gotta go perform. Right, whether it be speaking in front of people. Anything, bro. Like if I can see eyes on me, the ego click on. So what is it for you that gets you out your seat that keep that fear just like put it in the back?
I really like humble myself, and I'm like I'm not up here for them to see Alyah. I'm up here for them to see God. So if God's standing up, he he bold, he big. So let me stand up as God see fit for me to stand up. So I push myself to the side.
Yeah.
When I do stuff.
Word. Did you have to do anything like that in college?
Yes.
Word.
Projects, just writing stuff. I think we had to do like a paper on, I forgot what it was, but we had to do a paper and we had to recite in front of class, like the whole paper, like 10-page paper in front of the class.
Were you like, so did you read it? Were you like, like, or did you like actually?
You had to like talk to the people, like you giving a lesson, so you had to like talk.
Okay. Was it a spoken? I mean, not spoken. Was it a commute? Damn, what class was it?
It was like an English class. I can't remember the class.
Word. Okay. What's the toughest class you took in college?
It was a Spanish class, so I have a concentration.
Your mom speaks Spanish. Okay.
I got concentration in Spanish, so it was a Spanish finance class.
Spanish finance.
Ain't that something?
Oh,
finance.
Finance. I thought you said Spanish finance. I was gonna say, well, we stupid in this.
Yeah.
Word. Spanish finance. What is that about?
The worst class of my life.
Word.
First of all, it was during pandemic, like early on.
Oh, so you online with it?
I'm online.
Oh, that's tough.
That's number one. You had to only speak Spanish to her. You speak a lick of English. She's not gonna respond.
Word.
So you had to you know how we have syllables.
How aggravating was that?
Very aggravating. And I used to try to have my little script on the side. You know how you can have
yeah.
I used to have my little script. She was like, Alyah, stop reading off the paper. And I'm like,
Dang.
that's all I got, lady.
Yeah.
But you had to in the regular phonics, you have syllables and different sound, like vowels. Well, Spanish, it depends on where you come from. So it's different in different regions.
Yeah, I know they do like El door and La door.
Yeah, like it's...
Well, I know door ain't. What is door in Spanish?
Hold on. You got me.
Oh, wow, look at you.
He said, what does door mean?
Door, I forgot what door is.
I forgot.
Can you give us something in Spanish?
Okay, let's see.
I'm gonna respond to it. I bet I know what she said. I bet I know what she said. Cause I know a little Spanish too.
But I know like 4-5 sentences in
Bro,
Spanish.
I can go to Mexico
Just because
right
of
now.
work.
I can go to Mexico right now. Real talk. Give me some.
Okay. I mean, that's a cognate word. You're gonna know what it is.
No, I ain't. Come on.
Nah.
I like Colgate. Come on.
La computadora.
Yes.
What is it?
Just know yes. I got it. Yeah. Thought I ain't know that, boy. Thought I ain't know that, boy.
A computer. I don't tell my.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I give you that. Most definitely.
Yeah. You said yeah. So like yeah. Give me
We're gonna
another.
talk about that later.
Matter of fact, give me another. Cause people ain't gonna believe it.
I'm trying to see. Alto.
Alto. Them was them dudes that was on the Proud Family. They was the Altos. Them dudes, y'all know them? Yeah. Altos, right? And I be singing like that too.
You kind of close.
Yeah, the alto.
What is it?
I was in the choir. I used to be in the choir when I was little.
What does alto mean?
That's the note in the music. Yes, it ain't.
It means tall. What's bajo?
Bajo. I ain't buy no hoe. I ain't doing all that.
Home Depot.
Yeah, we see. You took Spanish.
I took it. Yeah, I took it.
With who?
I took it. I had used what's her name? Miss Campbell in middle school. And then I took Miss Davis in high
I'm
school.
gonna tell Miss Davis when I see her on Monday.
Nah, I ain't pay attention to Miss Davis. Cause when she was like, you can't use bathroom without saying albino, I was like, I don't even want to use bathroom no more. Then the alphabet was messing me up. Yeah. Matter of fact, my grade in Spanish dropped like after we started. What's it called? After the Day of the Dead, we had to make the stick with the quilt. Yeah. Man,
Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah, him too.
Yeah, him and his cousin.
Yeah, all them. yeah. What was the stupidest class you took? Like you was like, why? And why is this?
I had one class like that too.
What yours was?
FOT, something in freshman that I'm like, why am I here? This is just a time waste. Orientation class.
I know you're talking about freshman orientation. Like, yeah. You just learned about
it. Man, wasted my
class.
time, man.
Yeah. I took that too.
That was like, then mine was like at 3 p.m.
Ooh.
After all, you
everything.
Took all
I'm
your
like,
class. Yeah.
I'm like, time wasting class right there.
All right.
I think so. At Montebello, you got to take survey classes in English. So it's 3 different like pathways. Their first survey class was like British literature. Y'all.
Word.
No.
I would have kept in that class too.
But what is the surveys about?
Different points in literature, like different time periods. But that's specific, the Anglo-Saxon, no.
See, I was last week.
So did they feel like surveys or did they feel like quizzes?
No, it's like it's called a survey. Like you're doing like a general
gotcha.
overview of different like points. And, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Different points in time of the class.
Gotcha.
But that
No,
was
definitely.
Word. You ever took a fashion design class?
No, but I used to want to be.
You used to want to be a fashion designer?
Yeah.
That is crazy. Hey, that is crazy.
At one point, I used to do like sketches and stuff. I had my mom buy me like fabric. But yeah.
Hey, those sketches was pretty good.
You just put it down? Like you don't even dig into it no more?
No, I feel like I'm trying to figure out like what I like in fashion. For a long time, I would like just put on whatever, to be honest. But now I'm trying to like venture out and figure out.
Was your confidence low at that point? Word. Did that also play a factor in why you thought you couldn't speak in front of people? Word. So what got you out of it? I kind of read it in here too. And I sense that you kind of went through a period where it was like imposter syndrome almost. Like you didn't feel like you knew who you were. Was there a specific person that like told you like, Leah, you really great? Or was there somebody on your back? Who was that?
I feel like different people. I would say my sister for sure.
What's your sister's name?
Amaya.
Oh, okay.
Sister, Amaya.
Yeah, she out there being a creep right now. I don't even want to look back because I just feel like I feel her eyes in my neck right here.
Yeah.
Who else? My grandpa.
Word.
Shout out
Sure,
to
like
him.
he always
Maya
told
tell me a lot about him, like how he be on y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, girl, I ain't trying to like toot my own horn, but you know, I'm like the smartest grandkid.
Man, toot it. Shoot.
So yeah, he would tell me that all the time. Like, you know, you my intelligent grandchild.
Yeah.
My intelligent grandchild. So yeah.
I feel like me and him gonna act like one on that yo.
Man, I think I'm gonna act like that too.
Real talk.
Cause I already know I talk a lot of talk.
Real talk.
I talk a lot of talk in my head. Cause I know if I say it out loud, people gonna be like, he's so arrogant. I just don't say it. You know, I won't be caring. Cause I think I be feeling like what I say is true. Are you at the point where you can really say this stuff to yourself and believe it?
I'm still trying to figure it out.
Word.
Still trying to figure it out. Cause
See, I used to get up and just tell myself that. Like no matter what. My mama used to tell me I was handsome like a mug when I was a little kid, but I knew I was ugly.
So she wrote a book.
Most definitely.
Yeah, what I do.
A lot of people can't say that.
I love doing like affirmations.
Word.
So I have like little sticky notes in my room in like random places in the house.
What they say?
I put like you are beautiful, shine your light, like different things so that just remind me like when I feel like I'm down a little bit, like they remind me I'm like, oh, hold on, let me get myself together.
Do you say them out loud when you see them? Okay, cause I do that too. I got a book of affirmations.
I did it one morning too. Walking out the door, she got one on the door walking out.
He was like, I am beautiful.
Nah, it said be a light. Oh, okay, be a light today.
Got
You
in the
just felt-
classroom.
Yeah. You got it in the classroom too, like just words of affirmations?
I had my kids actually do a lesson the first day of school where they took like a little index card, and I said, okay, choose a word that's gonna be a word for the whole year. And so I was like, this word needs to be what drives you to get through this class. And so they're posted up in the classroom, so when they walk in, they see their word.
Word. That's fire right there, because it's also a constant reminder. Like when you get down, when you feel like you're not where you should be in life, you could tell yourself that. I feel like it's all part of the plan. You know, what was the part for you where you just, was there a part actually, before I even assume, was there a part where you were just like, I don't know if this is for me, like teaching?
It really wasn't teaching. It was so I didn't start out as an English major.
For sure. Okay, what was your first major?
Yeah, so my first major was biomedical engineering.
Why would you do that?
It was what?
Biomedical engineering.
Okay, what did that into?
So that has to do with like research. I wanted to do the research part. I wanted to build like prosthetic limbs for like kids who have lost limbs, like they were born with different, things. So number one, that's something that people like pushed to me in high school. Like, you can be a doctor, you can be a lawyer, you can like have people in my ear telling me all these different things that I could do. And I was like, okay, let me look. And so with engineering, you have to do a lot of things mixed in one. So I was like, okay, I can be an engineer. Y'all, I got to them engineering courses. Man. They were difficult. But when it comes to me, if it's difficult, I'm going to still figure it out. But I had no desire to figure it out.
Word. So that's like
they knew then, nah.
Yeah.
Because usually with something, you're like, I got to figure it out, but you ain't. Yeah.
But I got a homie like that, and I've been telling him to get out of that since he got there, because he's always been good at math. But the one class he keep failing is a math class. And I'm like, bro, I think you should try something else. And he won't do it. But I want him to find whatever it is that he's looking for with this, because I know with me telling him, it's going to be better for him to go through it and find out. He going to hear me and say what I got to say, but a
lot of people don't like to feel like they're giving up, though.
I think that's what it is with him. And I also want him to know, like, you're not giving. If you stay there, you ain't giving up. You stay there, you ain't giving up, right? Like, I don't want nobody to think like he giving up. But, like, if we keep seeing you there, we're going to be like, are you trying?
Yeah, at least, yeah.
If you still in that same spot.
Yeah.
Right.
Like to do it embarrassment. I say embarrassment a lot. I write a lot about that.
Yeah.
Like people, they like, ooh, I let this person down because I quit doing what they wanted me to do. Ooh, people gonna make fun of me because I'm not on the path that I said.
Yeah.
I'm not doing what I said I was gonna do. I'm a hypocrite or whatever. But you gotta push like past that and do what you want to do, because you the one that's doing it.
Yeah.
You the one that gotta wake up every day and do that thing.
I think I was at that point too. I was because everybody knew me as the football player. So I was scrambling, trying to find somewhere to play football, because that's what people knew me as. And I wanted to do it, but it was just like, God, I think God really took me and was like, look, come out of this moment right quick. Because there was some things that you were supposed to learn right here that you skipped over, and now I got to show you right here. Right. And I wouldn't ask for it any other way.
Right.
Right.
Major years right now.
Yeah. I wouldn't be who I am right now if I didn't go through that. Like, I probably think I'd still be having an ego fight if I was going through that. Because that's what football did for me. It made me, you a gladiator out there. I felt like everywhere I went, I was the gladiator. And now that I'm not doing it, it's just like, you still a gladiator, but you with purpose now. Right.
Different lanes.
Right. And then you hear stories about people all the time. They go through school, went to play football somewhere at a small school, and the loans you hear people gotta pay. Like, this ain't gonna be done paying my loans at 20, 45. I'm like, golly. Like, I'm glad I ain't had to go through that. For sure. You talked about your comfort zone. And there's one of the stories right here, one of the poems right here, Hidden, right? Where I think that's where comfort zone and just hiding come across. I want to ask, like, where was your comfort zone? Like, what was holding you back?
I already said embarrassment. Just feeling like once I stepped out, like if I fold, what is that gonna show? Like, what is that gonna show for? So I feel like being hidden was just me not putting myself in a position to be like criticized, not put myself in a position to fail, like, or to make a mistake. Because I always feel like I had to be perfect. And like growing up, I always felt like I had to do everything right. And so if I put myself in front of people, they might see one of those failures or those mistakes.
Yeah. I got to a point in my life where I kind of like, when people see me fail, I just be like, I don't care no more. I don't care no more because I know it's a journey. I might trip up every now and then, but I'm going to keep running. What was a failure of yours that you had to realize I got to keep going anyway? Was it a class you failed? Was it a day you went to work and the students was just crazy?
I got something that happened in high school, actually. I haven't really told people. I used to cheer, of course.
Yeah. Oh, another thing I want to say about Alyah. Man, I wouldn't be right here in this seat if it weren't for Alyah, bro.
Explain.
Please explain.
Because alphabetical order during testing days, Alyah was right there,
Okay.
boy.
Ding, ding.
Big
ding,
shout
ding,
out to Alyah.
ding,
Y'all
ding,
ever
ding,
want to know
ding.
why I graduated? This right here, she ain't
Ding,
tutor
ding,
me
ding, ding.
or
You
nothing,
know
bro.
it,
I just used to look over her shoulder. So shout out to you, Alyah, bro. You know what I'm saying?
The peek over.
Anyway,
Appreciate that, Alyah.
I'm not even going to say thank you.
That's crazy.
You were one of many.
All right.
But yeah, I used to cheer, and my 10th grade year, I did not make the team. And so that, I feel like my whole life was over, y'all. Like, I feel like I had failed. Like, I was like, I showed up as my full self. I did my best, you know. And so that really took a toll on me, but I stopped, and I was like, okay, is this something I want to continue to do? Is this something that I want to try out again for next year? And I realized it wasn't. I realized I wanted to focus on other things. And so that failure really pushed me to figure out what I wanted to do in life. And I knew cheer wasn't necessarily, like being a cheerleader wasn't necessarily it.
Like, it's got to be something that from cheer that you still carry with you today. Like, I know with me with football, work ethic is there.
Teamwork, work ethic. Teamwork, mainly like collaborating with people, knowing that when the team show up, it's not about you.
Yeah.
It's everybody. When when you show up, it's about everybody.
Right.
And so that really helped me, just like when I do collaborative work, like with other teachers, or if I'm doing some writing stuff and I'm working with other people, like I have to realize it's a team or a group effort.
Right. Is it hard for you to get your students to buy in? Because I talked, like Selena, she
No,
told
that
me.
can be tough.
Right. She told me that a lot of these kids are, like, some are disinterested in just school, and some just don't want to be there. How do you get them to realize that we all still have the same common goal? I want you to pass, and you should want to pass. Like, what's your motivating piece for them?
Some of them don't want to pass. Like, some of them have already, like, given up on life. I'm being honest. Like, they show it in how they act. They show it in, like, when they're just talking. They may be joking. They may be laughing about it, but they like, I really don't care about this. But what I try to do is I try to find things that they love. Like, I had this one kid. He came in from alternative school. First day of school, he came to the classroom, sat down. He already had an attitude. Like, I just knew from his body language, like, he did not want to be there. And so I noticed that he used to, like, write all the time. And I'm like, one day I just went over to him. I said, hey, what you writing about? He was like, oh, no, it's just a little, a little rap I'm writing. I'm like, okay. I was like, okay. So then I thought about it. I was like, how can I use that as a tool to get him to do what he's supposed to do in the class? So I bought him a notebook. I brought it to him. I said, if you can write in this notebook, I'm going to give you some time if you finish your work. Just write in your notebook, and then when we come back, I might give you, like, an extra credit towards your grades, because he's already coming from alternative school, so he's kind of not doing as well as he should be. And so he started writing in his notebook. He would go to another class. The teacher would be like, Miss Abrams, did you get him, a notebook? All he doing is writing in his notebook, but he's quiet. He's not being disruptive. Like, and I was like, yeah, I did. And I was like, well, it's working, And so he just write. And I started to read what he was writing. He was talking about, like, some of his friends dying young, some of his family dying young, like some people that he know not really giving him the attention that he wanted. And so I was like, okay, that's why he acting the way he acting. That's why he's not coming to school giving 100%. And so after that, like, we've had, like, a really good relationship. He, if he needs a pencil, if he need, like, a notebook, if he need a folder, he come to me.
Word.
So that's how I kind of.
It's more definitely a process.
That's important too, because you gotta have teachers that actually care. I think in the public schools, and I think it's not all their fault, but they don't have that passion to teach anymore. Cause I mean, those class sizes are huge, and then you underpaid for sure. And I mean, just material supply. Like, teachers don't have Teachers get a supply list too, right? Like y'all gotta,
Don't y'all
y'all gotta go get it on your own, right?
Well, we get like funds for it's not a lot.
Word.
For the kids, but if we want anything extra, we do have to pay for that.
Word.
Yeah.
So that's why teachers would always have like 2 boxes of Kleenex. Everybody bring 2 boxes of Kleenex and hand sanitizer and stuff like that.
And then we don't get that money right away either.
Talking about from the school? Word.
It's a process.
I want to be missing now.
No.
Like he hit the chin.
What do you know why it take them so long to get? Word.
Just the state, but just know that they push it at a certain date. So.
Man, I had fire on, but I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it because that was gonna be messy. It was another one in here. I think it was. Oh dang! I flipped right to the page for real. This one right here, surrender.
Okay.
And I want to read this one.
Okay.
Surrender. I falsely claimed control when it was merely fear. I give up, but not in the way that you would think. I give up trying to fill spaces and trade places with discontentment. What was that about? What you wrote? What made you realize like I'm faking it?
I feel like I was trying to do life by myself, and like I feel like we're not meant to do life by ourselves. Like we need people, we need God. Like I reference God a lot because that's why I'm here. But I feel like I was trying to do life by myself. I felt like I had the keys to what I need to do to be successful, and when I would come across those failures, it would show me like, hey, you don't have control like you think, you know.
Yeah.
Or when I thought I was doing something right, when I was really doing something wrong, like I'm like, oh, okay, I don't have control. So let me give this control to God, since I know that He knows like the beginning and end. Let me just push back and stop doing what I think is right and do what He wants me to do.
That's fire. Were you pushing back on friendships too? Word.
Friendships, relationships, yeah.
Cause I look back too and I just be like, who did Leah hang with back in high school?
I feel like I didn't have like a group.
Yeah.
I hung out with like different people.
It's not a bad thing though.
Yeah.
It's not, but you know, like I said, you probably may have pushed whoever God sent you. Do you think you ever pushed somebody where that God sent to you? As a friend, relationship, whatever?
Yeah, I do.
Word.
Sadly.
Yeah. I mean, I think we all got a story like that. Or a person that we didn't push away like that. How did you know that you needed to lean into God? Was it a moment? I know my breakdown moment, I was at work one day and everybody telling me I was doing a good job. And I was like, I can't be here for no 30, 40 years. What was that moment for you? It was just like, surrender, I'm giving up.
My freshman year of school, when I was not really trying, you know, I told y'all when I got them engineering courses, I was like, I really don't care to figure this out. Like, my grade is my grade. And I've always made straight A's.
Most definitely.
And so for me,
so that's why I was just thinking, man, that's very shocking of you to say.
Yeah.
I ain't never, that's crazy.
To not care, I knew that was not what I was supposed to be doing. And so even during that time, I was having like financial issues when it came to school. And I actually got kicked out of my dorm for those financial issues. And so I had to leave school, had to go back home, take all my stuff with me back home. And I felt so like miserable because education has always been my life. Like when people say my name, they know me because I'm intelligent.
Yeah, that's why you got. That's why you got 2 A's in your name. You got 2 A's on your first name and last name, and your initials is AA.
Okay.
You ain't never think about that, did you?
I haven't.
You feel me? dog with this one.
Boucher, Bourbon Bowl.
Yeah. But it's just like, it's almost like you was called to just make good grades.
I guess so.
What's your middle name? You don't mind me asking.
Nicole.
A and A. A and a A. A and a A.
Hey, you know, I just not noticed that though.
Yeah.
And your sisters got like the same initials.
Oh yeah,
why I
Alicia.
ain't know that?
You know what I'm saying?
All y'all got the same initials?
First name. Besides my mama.
Yeah, all of them got their names starting with A.
See, I was made to go to like make good grades and stuff like that. Mine was J.A.
That's crazy.
What you supposed to make?
Some might say just average, but I don't think so. I'm gonna say just abundant. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what mine stand for.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fire right there. I'm putting on the back of this jersey. I'm taking the Boucher off.
Just abundant. That's hard.
For sure. Okay, another one. It's another one in here I found like, dang, no, that ain't it. There's another one in here I found like that was fire for me too. Oh, I like this one too, the Fisherman, but I ain't gonna go back to that. Fisherman, because that was the one by like you feel like God pulled you out. Right. What was that moment? Because I know you just said you failed out of school. When I failed out, but got kicked out of school, and all that happened. When he fished you out?
In that season, like, I just became quiet. Like, at first I was real depressed, I'm being honest. Like, I was super depressed.
Did you miss a semester?
Yeah.
Okay.
I missed, I missed that whole spring semester, basically. But in that season, I was just, like, real quiet to myself. I worked 2 jobs. You know, I was just trying to get my money back up so I could go to school. And so summer came, and I'm thankful for my auntie. She helped me out.
Shout out. She want to hear her name.
T. Lisa.
Shout out T. Lisa.
Yeah.
But she was enrolling one of my cousins in school at Lawson. And so she was like, come on, we're going to enroll you too. And I'm like, okay. You know, I'm like, all right. So I'm looking at the little form. You know, you got to sign all these paperwork. So the majors, I'm like, they got pre-engineering because it's a community college. You can transfer. I was like, they got pre-engineering on here, but let me look at and see what else they got. So I'm looking, and I see English. And y'all, like, my heart, like, it was like a flutter. I was like, whoa, okay. So I signed up for English. I got into the courses, and I really love being there. I just love, like, even if it was hard, I just love being there, being in the class, writing. And so that's when I knew. And ever since then, I haven't had, like, financial issues concerning school. Wow. I've always had, like, abundance. Like,
it's
I've
like
always had extra.
When you stop going on your own path, God was like, I got you. Like, this is where I wanted you to go anyway. I think that's what happened, too. When you go on your own way, boom, life hit. When you stay in his arms, he just like, I got you. I'm going to hold you. I'm going to protect you. Got my guard over you. You good. You know. Well, did you straight up trust, like, straight up right then? Did you start trusting him right then?
I was like, I was putting education before him. Like, I was so sad about not having education. He was like, what about us? Like, what about our relationship? Like, when you putting all this stuff before me.
Were you making deals with God? Like if you give me an AI, go to church Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah. I was making deals. And when that happened, I was like, I've done everything I need to do. Like, I've never done, you know, I was just kind of comparing, like, I never done this, I never done that. And I didn't realize that if I would have stayed in them courses, I would have been an engineer, not a teacher.
A sad engineer, too.
A sad engineer. Every day going in them labs, crying.
What's biomedical engineering?
You can do a lot of different things, but I want to do research.
Yeah.
And building, like, prosthetics.
Ooh, there's going to be so many folk around here with messed up legs. Leah made them, bro.
They bumpy, not smooth.
Right, bro.
The like, foot ain't all the way screwed on.
Like, man, why your leg ashy? All messed up because she's sad in the doggone department. Can't nobody get the right leg.
Leah, what a leg. It's coming.
2 left legs and stuff. Oh man, I'm glad you got out of that part.
I'm glad.
Yeah, crazy.
It was another one that has towards the end, bro. I like these two: vulnerability and protection. Now I gotta ask because every time I look at the title, I gotta ask about it now. So you was real closed off in your box, from what I remember when I seen you. When did you become vulnerable? Because putting out art is a very vulnerable.
Most definitely.
Like you putting it out there. And hoping people like it.
I've been writing forever. First grade, third grade, whatever. But it was a point, I want to say 2019 is when my first book came out. And I used to just write. And I would just have this whole stash of just writing just sitting there. And so God was like speaking to me like, hey, you need to get this out. And I was like, but I don't want people to know about my life. I don't want them to know what I'm struggling with, you know. And so he was like, it's not for you. It's for them to get out of their situation or to help them, you know, to alleviate the situation that they was going through. And so I was like, okay, let me just take this little leap of faith and put my stuff out. So
2019?
2019, I put my first book out. Pressed it a little
self-published.
Closed computer.
Word.
That's dope,
I do the same thing. I press post and I get off everything.
You published the whole book?
Self-published.
Self-published the whole book.
That mean AA did this.
AA.
That is a fire publishing company name. A&A. A&A Publishing.
Ooh.
You might be on so.
Ooh.
I actually do publishing. I offer services.
Word.
So that just.
Hey, I need my 10%. You know, hey, any business that come out of this room is my 10%.
It come from this conversation, huh?
Word.
Yes.
So do you do self-publish? I mean, dang, you do publish for other people.
Yeah, I help. So I do like book covers. I just helped somebody like last year
Word.
publish their devotional on Amazon. I do like editing, social media stuff. So
Word. See, I want to write a book.
okay, write it.
I definitely want to write a book. You gonna help me?
Mhm.
Word. I want to write. I don't want to say co-written though. Co-written.
No, it's not gonna be.
I bet. I don't want your name on it. I want my name on it.
Okay, I want your name on it too.
I bet.
Can't wait to see what this book finna be.
This book
about.
is gonna be fun. I've been thinking about this book for 2.5 years, bro.
Oh,
But I was just
Lord.
like, I don't know where to start. I done like that.
First place to start.
It's a biography.
Is to start.
Yeah.
Just right.
I got some novels too, like some fire novels. But I can only think about chapters. Like everything I got is out of order. For real. But it's so fire, bro. Y'all need to see it, bro. For real.
Just start. That's why I tell people like, where do you start? I mean, it's not like a formula. Just
That's
write.
gonna be the hard thing right there. A lot of you don't know where to start.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Anything I write, I'm just writing like if I have a word, let's just say clouds.
Mm-hmm.
Clouds are the like I just whatever and then it just carry on.
Is that how this came from? Because a lot of these, like, it's a collection of waves. So it's just like a whole bunch of random titles. I mean, they got purpose, but you know what I'm saying? Like the title and then the story.
I had the title, the cover, and the sections before I even had the poems.
Mm-hmm. Word.
So I just set those aside. I actually had that first before I published my first book.
Mm-hmm.
And so I set that aside, published my first book, came back. I think I had the first poem in there. I think it's The Clouds or something like that. It might be The Clouds.
Oh, you talking about in this
Yeah,
one?
what's the first?
Ocean.
The Ocean. Okay.
Yeah.
I had the Ocean. And that's where I started. I was like, a collective of waves, ocean, waves. And so it just started connecting.
Yeah.
Like, what about a wave? Like, the highs and lows of a wave. Like, all that just started coming at me.
Word. Did anybody help you with it? Word. Do you type it up or do you write it?
Both.
Word. So just in the moment. I know for me, like I can be driving. I was talking to Maya about this a couple weeks ago. I had a thought in my head. And I was like, oh, I'm going to do it when I get home. When I got to the house, I hit the garage and was like, dang, bro. So then you like one of them people that pull over and.
I get my little voice memo. I have so many memos.
There you go.
Word.
There you go. Now you just got a gym.
You right.
You just got a gym.
You know, the camera, you just hit video.
Yeah.
Record.
Word.
There you go.
Cause man, I'm talking about it was about 3 o'clock in the morning, bro. I'm just driving and it hit me. And I got to the house and was like, oh, I'm gonna be so mad if I see somebody else with it. Like if it left me and went to somebody else, I'm gonna be so mad.
Somebody on the freeway was like, ooh.
All right. Oh man.
Yeah,
I'll be so upset. Then it come out number 1 writing book and everything. I'm gonna be so
Oh,
upset.
you forgot.
Right, man.
That
I'm
supposed to be me.
Right.
What stuff.
Awesome. Do you want to collab with any artist? I mean, anybody that writes book, any book writer?
I know a few people that do like blogs, but not really book collabs.
Would you? What's the autobiography you would love to do?
Which like
on anybody, dead or alive, celebrity or regular person?
That's hard.
That's
I
hard.
feel like I do regular people though,
You do regular people.
cause he'll get their story out.
Yeah.
You know a celebrity story.
Someone, but it's somebody that ain't got their book. They move like who you writing your book about?
Oh, my next book.
I'm talking about like about autobiography. What would your autobiography be about? Who would it be about? Give me 2 people. I know who I want.
I'm gonna say myself.
Word.
I'm working on it like a memoir.
Word.
So
I just started reading Viola Davis' memoir. It's fire.
I gotta read that.
Fire.
I can't think of nobody that I just like.
Word.
Love it already. Most of them already got books.
See, I want Muhammad Ali. I love to do a story about him.
So many of them though.
Mine ain't like mine though.
Oh,
Ain't like mine. Mine
They got
different.
movies.
They don't slap like mine though.
Will Smith.
Okay.
Talking about,
Bro, I'm J.A. You know what I'm saying?
hey, come on.
I'm J.A.
That's a good question. I can't think of nobody right now.
Word. I thought I asked that because I like I got the autobiography of Malcolm X, and I know Alex Haley. I don't know if he wrote that when Malcolm X was alive, but that's a thick read too. So I just asked if you would be interested in stuff. Would you do something like that?
I'm kind of funny about that. I don't like telling other people's stories.
Why?
Because I feel like it's personal to them. Like I study a lot of like slave narratives and things like that, and sometimes it's not told from their perspective. So
Word.
I want them to tell.
Would you do it if they like sat down with you though? Like it was just like.
I mean,
Like Pikachu, like.
yeah, that's more
Yeah.
so like a editing
Okay.
type job. I could do that.
Oh, okay.
I want them to write it though.
Word. Okay. So, next book. What we digging into?
I'm looking at a young adult book since being in the classroom. My kids, I was like, they need more literature that they can relate to. Like, majority of my kids are African American, and we don't have a lot of stories that are told from our perspective. So I'm working on that.
Can you say what kind of story it is? Or that too much?
Yeah, a little too much.
And the dates?
Nah.
Okay.
I'm doing a lot of
Trying to
writing.
get some exclusive.
Are you already finished with it? You just got to. Okay.
I'm not done. I have the cover. I do a lot of my like outside.
Well, I meant like, are you finished Oh, okay. So you did all of this and then went inside. Okay. Okay. So, well, how far you got into it?
You got the name of it?
Yeah, I got a name.
Can we get the name?
Nah. I'll tell y'all later.
I heard the ass.
Off the air.
All right, bet.
But I at least got a chapter.
Word.
Yeah.
Do you got an idea like how long you want it or?
Probably like 25 chapters.
Word.
Yeah.
That's a thick one.
Ding ding.
Word. Do you plan on like keeping it in school, or you want to keep it in school and then take it out?
I probably start within the school and then bridge out.
I want to be in the first like 27 copies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bet.
Yeah.
I just want to be around or something like that.
That'll be hard. I need to be in there too.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me make sure I don't want to leave no stone unturned.
Okay. I'm gonna make y'all characters.
Ooh.
Okay. Dang, you really did. You really hit everything for real. Yeah, you really hit everything for real. But now I gotta ask, with you being an artist, poetry, books, teaching, what message do you want to get across through all of this art?
That I've been thinking a lot about resilience in adversity. Like, everybody go through adversity, but it's what you do after that matters. So you have to be able to be flexible, be able to like bounce back from those moments of difficulties. So that's really what I talk about through everything.
Word. That sounds like another like cheerleading point. Bouncing back. Yeah. See? Everybody got a purpose.
Everybody.
That's also all part of the journey. For sure.
The journey. Always worth it. People be scared. Stop being scared.
All right.
Gotta get out your
Get
own
out there, man.
Now we gotta see.
Yeah, get out there, man.
Now we gotta see if we can trust like if you're the author that we want to like even dig into. You know, we gotta see if you the person that people should even be listening to.
All right.
Oh, definitely.
Now I gotta know. What's the secret that can get your black card revoked?
My sister, I already know what she's thinking in her head right now. So I'm
What
gonna say it for her satisfaction. Allegedly now. It's allegedly true.
Okay.
I don't finish my chicken.
What?
My chicken wings.
Oh.
Allegedly.
What you want people to eat the skin?
I feel like I eat to the point where it's like I'm okay. I can move on to the next wing. But everybody else think, like that.
Yeah.
I don't eat enough.
Yeah, I be thinking that people be ungrateful when they don't finish their chicken. I think that's disrespectful.
The chicken died.
Yeah, the chicken put his life on the line for you, and you just gonna halfway
Waste this thigh.
Right.
Yeah.
Snap. Yeah. Ooh, snap. All right, just make sure that it didn't say stop recording. All right. You in the woods for 3 days, right? Dang, what was it? You in the woods for 3 days. Dang, that was not the question. That was not the question. It was? I forgot what it was, though.
You in the wood? You in the wood for three days? What you come?
What's 3 things you taking?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take some water,
Okay.
my Bible,
Word.
because I got to get this right up here,
Word.
and this right up here. What's the third thing?
I ain't never thought to bring my Bible.
Oh, I'm gonna bring my Bible. I'm gonna have that word out there.
I'd brought
Come
Pop
across
Tarts
from
over the Bible.
Water, Bible. I don't know.
One more thing.
Water in the Bible. You don't want to bring
Some
nothing to eat.
soap.
Some soap.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How you gonna use it?
The water.
You in the wood though.
You in the woods, yeah.
You in the woods.
Yeah. Oh, just stop. Just stop.
I hear you though. I hear you.
Okay, and then one more. What's one article of clothing you can live without for the rest of your life?
Ooh, I was gonna say socks, but I love my socks.
I do too.
I'm gonna have to say socks. Everything else gotta stay. Even though I like my socks, I'm gonna have to let it stay.
Yeah, me too. I don't like my bare feet touching the little
I don't
flow.
Like
Carpet cool.
Yeah.
But
Hardwoods and stuff like that.
plastic floor, hardwood, nah.
especially with the floor wet.
Yeah.
None of that.
Now wet socks tip me off. Wet socks.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
I hate that too.
I just gonna go. I'll go barefoot on some wet socks.
Nah. Yeah, I would too. Yeah. Me
Yeah.
too. Facts. I do that too.
Well, I think we can somewhat trust you. You don't eat chicken right. You got your Bible with you in the woods, and you just don't want to wear
Bible
socks.
and
You
soap.
feel me? Bible and soap.
Mm-hmm.
Clean heart, clean soul,
Clean
clean body.
everything.
You know what I'm saying? Just clean.
Makes the godliness.
Amen.
Hey man.
Amen. I need my toothbrush out there though. I might leave the soap.
Where y'all getting the water from?
Might be a
She
little
already
drink out
brought
there.
The creek. You gotta start the fire.
You right. You gotta start. We can start out with some wood and stuff. We gonna discuss it. We gonna go camping. About to blow a camping trip coming soon. Y'all.
Y'all have fun with that.
You come? Man, you gotta come.
Absolutely
Man.
not.
Hey.
Well, we appreciate you stopping
Most
by,
definitely.
Leah. You know what I'm saying? You ain't had to do it. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us right here.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all.
I appreciate you. And y'all go get a collection of where people can get the book at, Leah.
Amazon.com, or you can get it on my website, lifewithleah.com.
And you also put your blogs up there too. So
Yeah,
y'all
Life
blogs and stuff like that.
with Leah.com.
Most Def. And where is it? Most Def. I appreciate y'all.